If you ever wanted to know how much the Queen's great-grandchildren meant to her, look no further than her Windsor Castle decor. Her Majesty made an exciting appearance on Wednesday to host an audience at her Berkshire estate, where she is currently resting on doctor's advice after a string of health scares. Smiling and wearing a pale blue dress, the 95-year-old monarch presented renowned concert organist, Thomas Trotter, the Queen's Medal for Music, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the musical life of the nation. The prestigious annual award was established 15 years ago, with previous recipients including Gary Crosby and Imogen Cooper. The Queen was joined by some very special guests for the ceremony, well, in 2D version, that is. A never-before-seen photo of the royal matriarch with her great-grandchildren can be spotted clearly in the background, positioned behind what looks to be her black purse and reading glasses. The framed image appears to show the Queen holding a younger Prince Charlotte on her lap, while Prince George stands cheekily behind the sofa. Peter Philip's daughters Isla and Savannah, and Zara Tindall's daughter, Mia, are also present, alongside the late Prince Philip. Judging by the ages of the kids, it's most likely that the sweet shot was snapped at some point in 2016. In another snap from the ceremony, a more recent photo of the Queen's great-grandchildren can be spotted. In this picture, which was taken in 2018, it's Prince Louis who's sitting on his great-grandmother's knee. While Her Majesty rarely speaks about the youngest royal tots, it's no secret that she's immensely proud of them. Her strong feelings for her grandchildren's kids are often expressed to the public by sharing adorable family portraits, or, in some cases, by refusing to share them. It was recently reported the Queen upset Prince Harry terribly with her Christmas photograph removal from her televised festive speech. According to a new royal book, Her Majesty asked for a photo of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex with their son Archie to be shifted out of shot, in what appears to be a punishment for their decision to withdraw as senior royals in early 2020. For the last 2 years the world has been hearing all about the news revolving around Prince Harry's and Meghan Markle's exit from the royal family. But 84 years before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex made their announcement public that they would be taking a step back as senior members of the firm, Harry's great-granduncle, King Edward VIII, had also left the royal life behind. The then Prince Edward first met Wallis Simpson, an American socialite and already a one-time divorcee, at a party in 1931, when she was still married to her husband at the time, Ernest. Similarly, when Harry met Meghan in 2016, the American was famous for her portrayal of Rachel Zane in hit US TV series, Suits, and was also herself a divorcee. Back in the 30s, Wallis quickly earned the attention and affection of the Prince of Wales, with family members starting to suspect an affair. Although Edward denied the relationship to his father, King George V, he still insisted on inviting her to the Jubilee Ball at Buckingham Palace in Ascot in 1934. On January 20, King George V died and King Edward VIII was crowned, calling Wallis soon after to let her know the news. 9 months later, on October 27, 1936, Wallis filed for divorce from her husband Ernest Simpson. 20 days later, on November 16, now King Edward invited the Prime Minister, Stanley Baldwin, to Buckingham Palace and told him that he planned to marry Wallis and was subsequently prepared to abdicate the throne. He later told his mother, Queen Mary, who insisted he give up his beloved, but Edward declared his love for Wallis. Royal expert, Gertrude Daly, told the Daily Star that she believes this declaration of love would have been a powerful motivator for the Sussexes. She said, "The Sussexes, in part, made their decision to step down to protect each other and their children from the toxicity of royal life. And if King Edward could do it for love, why not them too?" Edward however said he would not properly serve as king without Wallis by his side, and before his abdication was even finalized, he proposed to her. On December 10, he signed the instrument of abdication and his brother Albert was named king and became King George VI. According to Daly, while love was the excuse King Edward gave, and that was certainly a big part of the reason he abdicated, it was also because Edward never really wanted to be king. She said, "I think there is another parallel with Prince Harry, as neither Edward nor Harry really wanted the job they were born into and they hoped that stepping away would give them the freedom they craved." King Edward spent a lot of time at his country house, and his daily red box with government papers would often go unread or left unattended where guests at his home might be able to access them. Prince Harry, even before meeting Meghan, had issues with his public role. It was never one he felt completely comfortable with. "I think Prince Harry always wanted a life away from royal duties. He clung to his job in the military for as long as he could." Both Simpson's and Markle's relationships with British royals turned them into some of the biggest celebrities around the world. But that also brought intense scrutiny from the press, along with criticism from the public. Although Harry and Meghan's departure from the royal family in the UK sent shockwaves around the world, It ultimately didn't affect the line of succession all that much, as it was highly unlikely that the Duke of Sussex would ever become king, whereas Edward's did.